Hey FHW singers, it's Raina. I'm taking over Vocal Tip Thursday today. And yesterday during our debrief, we came up with a very interesting topic that I thought would be very important to share with you all. So we don't have rehearsals, but we do have vocal resources, and those are such an amazing resource for us to use throughout the week. We want to make sure that we're using those resources when we are practicing. And when we are practicing, we want to start inputting these little areas to retain the information that we are practicing, because it's so easy that we could have a rehearsal and maybe we teach you the part, but then you might forget it, and we don't want that to be the case. So how can we get better at retaining the stuff that we practice, knowing the notes, knowing our harmonies, and retaining that information? I have a few ways that I want to encourage you to do that. The first thing is audiation. Audiation is to be able to imagine a sound or imagine the note before you even sing it. So if I were you, I would hum that in your brain to know what note you're about to sing. Sometimes if I'm about to come in on my harmony offside, I'm going, let freedom fill the room, whatever it might be. But you're able to know what the note is. The second way you can retain information is practicing where that feels, which is with muscle memory. That is something that is a little more abstract. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's a little risky to base it all off of muscle memory, but sometimes that does help. The last one is a foolproof way to ensure that you will retain the information when you are singing, meaning you know exactly what note to enter in on. And that is called intervals. And intervals are really important in music theory. The way I would describe it is we want to begin with a scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when we're thinking about the scale, we're also thinking about the amount of steps it is to get to that next musical tone. So we have 1 to 2 is a major second. 1 to 3 is a major third. 1 to 4 is a perfect fourth. 1 to 5, perfect fifth. 1 to 6 is a major sixth. 1 to 7 is a major seventh. And a 1 to 1 is an octave. And what we want to do is we want to memorize what that feels like. And that happens in your mind, having retention and audiation, being able to imagine the pitch in your head. Well, how can we do that? We can remember them by associating songs to those intervals. So let's start with the first one. The first one is a major second. 1, 2, happy birthday. That's the way how I remember it. 1, 2, major second, happy birthday. The second one is major third. 1, 3, major third. A way to remember that is kumbaya, my lord. Or ding dong, kumbaya, ding dong. That's how you remember the major third. And then we have the perfect fourth. 1, 4. 1, 4, here comes the bride, perfect fourth, here comes the bride, 1, 4. Then the next one is 1, 5, 1, 5, perfect fifth, da 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 da. This is the Star Wars theme. That one helps me. 1, 5 is a perfect fifth. Then the next one is a 1, 6, major sixth. The way how I remember that is NBC, da da, major sixth. Then the next one that I have is a major seventh. 1, 7. That one's a little harder. Take on me. Maybe you know that song. And then the last interval is our octave. 1, 1, octave. The way to remember that is somewhere over the rainbow. So those are the ways that I remember all of the intervals, and those are so helpful for me, especially when we're in our 3-part harmonies in church and we have to enter on a certain pitch. If I know, I'm going to come in on the third. 1, 3, kumbaya. I'm coming in here. Let freedom fill the room. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm just saying. But you can imagine that's when you can get creative in your practice to know these certain points and having retention when you're serving on stage. So I hope that these 3 tips of audiating, having muscle memory, and also memorizing your intervals can be helpful for you as you're retaining. I'm gonna send you a YouTube video of more interval practice and maybe even identifying intervals. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you all. Bye.